Welcome to our tub. Come on in. It's warm inside, and there's always room for more.
This podcast contains adult material and is intended for mature audiences only. If you're under 18, grab your rubber ducky and find another tub. This one's not for you.
Hello and welcome back in the tub for episode 144. I'm Mr. Berg.
And I'm Mrs. Berg.
Well, this week we have a good episode. Boy, sounded like I was back in Dukes of Hazzard days. Oh, all right. Well, we definitely want to thank Tanya Tate and Star Factory PR for bringing our next guest to us. We had the pleasure of having this conversation that really, we talked about a little bit of everything. Has only been in the industry about 2 years, but was very, very great conversation. Bubbly personality. It talks about, where the start came from and what she's learned about herself since she got in. Talked about her favorite part of the industry, her favorite scenes to do. Mm-hmm. And again, it was someone that we had heard the name, but didn't know much other than that. So, again, thank you for the opportunity. And, well, all I can say is sit back and enjoy this conversation that we had with Nicole Aria. Welcome back in the tub. And as we said previously, we are joined this episode by a very special guest. We want to thank Star Factory PR for bringing our next guest into the tub with us. In a very short time in the industry, starting in 2021, this beautiful performer has made a very big name for herself. She jumped in literally feet first. She has filmed for some of the top studios, including Brazzers, Vixen, and Evil Angel. She is very much known for her hardcore anal scenes and her intense, fun performances online. She has numerous award nominations, and we are sure plenty more nominations as well as wins to come in the near future. She's also, keep an eye out because, well, she's looking to do some featured dancing shows as well. As listeners know, we do kind of tend to enjoy some of those. Please welcome to the show and to the tub, Nicole Aria.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, again, thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to join us here this evening. As we kind of get comfortable and settle down for our conversation, can you take a minute and let the listeners know where they can find you online and on social media?
Oh, yeah. Easily one username everywhere, the Nicole Aria. Same username for Twitter, Instagram, Pornhub, OnlyFans. Just all the stuff is at the Nicole Aria.
That deserves big cheers. Because to be able to lock in all of that everywhere is, you don't see that much.
Oh, yeah, it was part of how I picked my name. I had to make sure it was available online.
Yeah, and there you go. Yeah, make sure it is all there. One stop, know the name, remember the name, type the name in. Simple and easy.
Gotta type it.
All right. Awesome. Well, now that we got that out of the way, and again, we talk so much about that with social media and everything anymore. So we gotta ask. Yes, you kind of you got in the industry back in 2021 and really have grown very quickly.
Oh.
So what was the, hey, let's do this back then? I mean, if we can share that, you had a career, a civilian career essentially back then, through college and everything, and just hopped right into this.
Yeah, so I've wanted to be in the adult industry my entire life. There has never been a doubt where I was like, ultimately, if I had my way, I would do something else. No, it has always been I wanted to perform. I'm just a very, very, very sexual person and always have been. But at the time, I was like, no, let's appease my family and just silently suffer working 2 full-time jobs while being a full-time student and struggling to pay bills with, just nonsense. But then the pandemic, I was like, you know what, I'm going to make an OnlyFans, whatever. My sister found out about it and told my parents immediately. So I was like, well, they know now. I'm going balls to walls. So second I graduated, I packed up everything, moved to LA, and was like, all right, time to do porn now.
How, and as you said, hey, college and that, the societal norm.
I never gave a shit about that personally, but
but at the same time, you're right. It's the way we were all raised, or the majority were raised. We've talked about that in numerous episodes in the past. Both myself and Mrs. were that way. As we talk about our non-monogamous lifestyle, I mean, gosh, Mrs. grew up Catholic schoolgirl. I grew up with, my parents essentially that you don't have sex till marriage. This is what you do. We've shared on an episode in the past. I mean, my father hung up the phone on me when I called him and said, hey, you're going to be a grandfather. And he said, you had sex before you were married? But that was the societal norm. So it is very... we grew up to suppress that. Mm-hmm. But all of us had those tendencies, the thoughts. Oh, yeah. It was about how you acted upon them. And when you say the pandemic, like we've talked to so many performers, that has been the springboard or the launching point, essentially, to where a lot of people said, you know what? Fuck it, we're doing it.
Yeah, it was just the catalyst to pursuing your dreams. Because it's the world's dying. What are we going to do? Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, and that was the explosion of essentially the cam world, the OnlyFans, the MFC, the chatterbaits, all of that in the world. It was always there, but when that pandemic and people were sitting at home with absolutely nothing to do, well, here you go. So, when you started that OnlyFans, what was that? What did you say? Was it, of course, during the pandemic, it was probably more solo stuff, but was it hardcore? Was it just modeling? How was that progression?
Oh, it was pathetic. I had no idea what I was doing. I never knew anything about the industry until I really moved to LA. And
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I always watched porn. I didn't really know anything about OnlyFans other than people were doing that now. And I tried camming, I think, and it was all just very awkward and comfortable because I was renting a small bedroom out of a small house. And there were gunshots in the background of my show sometimes. I'm like, this is just not a hot environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I started off, like always, just fucking myself online because I never wanted to do nude modeling. I'm horny. If I would be naked, I want to touch myself for people because I want them touching themselves as well.
That's fair. I agree, 100%.
Yeah, but it just, you could tell I wasn't all in because other than I didn't know what I was doing at all. I Well, when I got into it, I just shaved my head like to the skull, like flesh. Yeah, shaved head, pierced nipples.
Yeah.
I was,
Okay.
yeah, a whole different look than I have now. It was different.
And was that just what led to that? I gotta ask. Was that a
I'm from
rebellion
Florida.
thing, or
It was hot out. I was working
Okay.
2 jobs and in school full time. I was like, I'm not seeing anyone right now other than like work and school. We're in a pandemic. I always wanted to do it.
all right?
So I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah. And why not? And again, with the pandemic, you weren't alone. People did. They went out and lived within themselves. I think so many people were just like, yeah, I've always thought about it. Yep, screw it, let's do it.
Yeah, it was definitely, especially my family quickly found out about the OnlyFans. So the second I graduated and got my degree, December of 2020, February 2nd or so was when I packed up everything and just drove across country and figured it out once I got to LA. Didn't know anyone out here, didn't know anything about the industry. Hotel hopped for a little bit, then yeah.
Wow, and that is a huge thing to really do at I mean at I don't want to say at a young age, but at a young age, you're saying, yep, tough shit, here we go. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Because going to LA is a culture shock.
Anything's better than Florida.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's if you, and that's what I was going to say. Driving cross country. Not to get too in depth, but what. Yeah. The East Coast is definitely different than the West Coast.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really get to see anything on the drive because I picked up a stranger from the internet, and it was me, all my belongings, my 2 cats, the stranger from the internet, and her 2 cats and her belongings. And I drove her nonstop to LA because I didn't want to let her really drive or I fall asleep because she's a stranger.
Okay, fair.
So I drove nonstop, like 26 hours or something.
I was going to say that is a haul. I mean, we're here in Pittsburgh on the East Coast, so we drove out to Vegas last year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, we were hauling a camper, but boy, that was a drive. I think we spent 2 nights on that trip, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we stepped.
Did you have to go through Texas or did
What?
you go above?
So on our way out, we went through Kansas City and I wanted to go through Denver. So we went through the Rockies and down through Utah. But on the way back, we came back Route 66 through Texas and New Mexico and all that, which was a great. It was a great experience. But I did all the driving with with a 30-foot camper behind us.
Oh my God.
Mrs. didn't want to.
Yeah.
Mrs.
No.
was not comfortable with that drive. I get it. Our son was 19 at the time. I wasn't letting him drive that. I'm just that kind of way. I am more. I'll drive. Sit down. Shut up. Here we go.
Oh my God. Yeah, I had never been to Texas before, and even driving through from Florida to LA, I didn't go to Texas. Like, I didn't stop other than for gas, but it made me despise the state with every being of my. Like, it was a 26-hour drive, but I was like, how did Texas take 6 days to get through? Like,
Well, and that's like driving across the state of Pennsylvania.
Right.
And yeah, no, Texas we made one stop in Texas, and it was in Amarillo, and it was at the Big Texan restaurant that's right off of Route 66. And I went, this place is world famous. Like, it's been on Route 66 forever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a food guy. That's what I do for a living. I'm like, we are stopping here. I don't care. And we stopped. We had dinner. I had a couple beers from their brewery.
We had leftovers for days.
Was it good?
It really
it was.
I was impressed. It was a cool atmosphere restaurant. It really was, and it was good. I'm very critical. I've been in food service all of my life, a trained chef, and it really was good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we made this stop out of all random places.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. But no, you are right. Texas was like forever.
Yeah, and by the time we got to Texas, it was the middle of the night, so it was just pitch black. Oh my God. It was miserable.
Yeah. Essentially, it's almost the desert.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just keep going. It's like, all right, are we at Flagstaff yet? Come on.
I was like, I'm starting to see things at this point. I am sleep deprived, and all I see is like nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely is interesting once you get out west, and kind of it's a whole different landscape. It gets flat, and then you're into mountains, and then it's flat and desert again. You better make sure you hit every spot to fill up with gas.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you don't know when the next gas station is either.
Nope.
Uh,
It was a story. I mean, made it out alive.
Nice. Well, and glad you did. And again, here you are.
Exactly.
So, as far when you looked at getting into the industry, how did that work for you? Was it finding an agent? Was it, how did you make those connections?
So I was just Googling different agencies at 10 o'clock at night once I got to LA, and I was like, I should probably figure out what I'm doing now that I'm here. So I Googled the agencies. I found my initial agency. It was 10 o'clock at night. I applied online. I had to take some photos of my body, front and side and back and all that. I had no idea what I was doing, but I submitted it 10:30 at night. Wasn't expecting to hear anything because it was the middle of the night. All of a sudden I got a call. They were like, we'd love to have you. I was like, oh, sweet.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. They were my first agency. I love my current agency. They're fabulous.
Can we ask who is your agent right now?
Right now, I am with ATMLA.
Okay. Yeah.
I love them.
And we've heard good things about them, and have talked to other performers with them. So, hey, it's about what works for you.
Exactly. There's a lot of agents that don't look at you as a person; they look at you as a paycheck. And ATMLA is not they look at you like, hey, we respect your choice to make your rate what you want, let you shoot what you want. We're gonna book you with safe people. It's lovely.
There's so much of that truly is important, within the industry, and caring about you.
Yeah, I'll never forget my very first AVN was when I switched over to ATMLA, and I'm autistic. Social situations can freak the absolute fuck out of me. I was so nervous. I called Mark, and I was like, hey, the tism is tisming. I'm freaking out. Please calm me down. And he, calmed me down. He was like, I'll be here the whole time. It was amazing. I'm very grateful.
That's huge. And I'm sure Mrs. over here can kind of I agree with that as well, based on her professional job. Definitely deals with a lot of that.
Yeah,
from an autism and autism standpoint.
Yeah, I work as a school-based occupational therapist.
Oh, it's amazing.
So, with special education children. So, I see a lot of how those things,
that's
social
awesome.
situations and things like that.
Yeah, definitely wish I had more of that in school growing up, but not to be like, I'm pretty, but I'm pretty, so people are like, you can't be autistic, like, just shut up and, like, deal with it. I'm like, I'm extremely autistic, actually.
Well, and from your side, if you're able to, you know, control and and handle that, I mean, essentially, from what you are doing within the industry, and the cameras, center attention, all that, it says a lot for you and how you're able to control that.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like my autism's helped me with the industry as far as like my brand or whatever, because I am so genuine. Like what you see on camera is who I truly am. I can't think of how to not be genuinely me. So when people are like, "Oh, like she's performing," it's like, yes, but like I'm getting fucked real good, and you are seeing it. Like I cannot hide my face. This is all very good stuff.
And I will say, and we've talked about it before, like yes, there's a point of acting within the industry, but there also is the point, the place of, I hate to say bad acting, but it's more faking it.
Yeah.
Essentially. So
I mean, right. You can totally read when the performer isn't completely into what they're doing.
Exactly. Yes. So from your end, to be able to, with what you're going through, but that portrays on camera that it's not necessarily, you don't have to act that.
Exactly. Like I had a fan of my OnlyFans message me recently, and he was like, "Do you actually like anal?" And I'm like, first of all, that's like 99% of my work. I fist my butt for funsies. Like yeah, obviously yes, but I only do things that I like. But for anal to be so much of my career, he was like, "Do you even like it?" Like, yes, I masturbate fucking my ass. Like.
And everybody finds what gets them off and works for them, and that's definitely it was a question without being overly personal and digging into that. So where that the anal world has always been such a taboo, that what. Like, how did you come upon that? And the question is going to kind of slide down, because we've had this conversation between the two of us as well. And it's like, okay, well, a finger in the bum is cool, but like we see so much that you found that.
Yeah, it's so hard because it's hard to find people that want to fuck your ass in like the real world. Like by the time I got into porn, I'd been like 300 or 400 people. But I don't remember how many fucked my ass. But I don't even remember the first person who fucked my ass, because I've had so many great anal fucking since I got into the industry. So I don't remember how exactly I got into it, but I just remember once I got in, I was like, thank God for this industry, because I get my ass fucked whatever I want, multiple times a month, every month. Like, it's an absolute dream.
Well, and I can say from a guy's side, in everyday, outside of the industry, what I think I don't even want to say concern. I think some guys with the turn off is, oh, I'm going to get poo on my wiener.
Which is understandable.
Without a doubt. I mean, not getting
really
too freaking. I just did, yes. But there's guys that are like, oh no, that's So, the industry, we understand, and we are very good friends with a performer that does a lot of anal scenes. And we've had conversations with the prep that goes into it.
Oh my God, I have it down to a science, but it's so extensive.
And the amount of gummy bears that we hear about.
Oh, I don't starve myself for shit. I am too. No. I need my blood sugar right. If I'm hungry, I'm going to be grumpy.
But it really is, and I think, the general outside of, maybe the industry, people don't understand that, okay, guess what? It's not just spit on that and jam it in and go to there
for
is
my anal scenes I prepare the night before.
Yeah, and even so ourselves within the lifestyle, that it is always that we have had, Mrs. has been part of a DP at one point.
Hot.
And it was always, she's like, oh my gosh, I've always thought about it. And we had a very good single male friend. And, we had played and we were playing. And it was always something that was there. And she was extremely turned on at one point. And she had looked at me and said, yes, do it.
So it was a good experience.
And again, it was something that at the end she was like, wow, okay, that was a hell of an experience. But I think so many people kind of shy away because it's like, well, I hate to say it's the holiest of holes, but it's not something that you hear about regularly. And at the same time, I mean, I'll say yes, a little bit of that anal stimulation for you really takes you to that next level and gets you off. Mm-hmm. Even if it's a finger.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, it takes like a violent anal pounding for me to enjoy it. I'm like, what's a finger when you can put your fist in? But
and again, I mean, everybody finds their,
I just love when people explore it, yeah.
And it's great that it is, hey, the openness of, hey, I explored this. We talk so much about, hey, the industry has something for everybody, and it opens doors for you to find that the kink, the fetish, whatever you want to call it, what gets you to that point of getting off. And even BDSM and impact play has grown, but anal is one that still is kind of the taboo. We talk to people and it's like, yeah, some of the more intense stuff, you gotta go to, Prague and Budapest and things like that, because some of that intense stuff is still not overly accepted in the U.S.
It was definitely hard to find on like my personal sites, like my OnlyFans and stuff. I was able to find 4 different guys, so I have 2 different double anal, double vag, DP stuff because double anal is my favorite, and I did that in Prague for the first time with States. But I went to Prague like 2 years ago, and it was like 2 weeks straight of double anal gangbangs, and it was amazing. I was like, got back to the States, I was like, I need more. Because double anal just became my favorite. So my double anal scenes that I have on my sites are my favorite because they're both at like an hour to an hour and a half long.
Oh,
because, wow. Especially my favorite scene I've ever shot was it was double anal, double vag, DP, double facial, I believe. But we took my fleshlight that I have, that's like a mold of my pussy. There's only one in existence, and we put it in my butt, and they fucked my butt pussy. Like, we did the most wild stuff. And, like,
that's why. So there's only one fleshlight. So listeners, listeners aren't able to buy your fleshlight.
Yes, they are. They can buy the one that was in my butt for the scene. It's on my Fans Utopia.
Okay. But it has never been replicated or duplicated.
It's the only one.
Oh. All right. Well, hey, so listeners, there is one out there. It is the one. It is the only one. Check it out.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Like, we did wild stuff. We were like 45, 50 minutes into the scene. They were like, we can come whenever. I was like, no, I need more dick. Please keep fucking me. And it ended up being an hour and a half straight of just, oh my God.
Yeah, that is a session for sure.
That's a workout.
And I wanted more after.
And I'm going to say from a guy's end, I'm going, all right, boy, I just want to I'm going to freaking put a hole in the ceiling when I let loose at this point. Like, come on.
Yeah, no, we did the wildest stuff. Like, it was, oh my God, amazing. Like, I rim both of them back and forth because I love rimming. I jerk one of them off with my fleshlight while I suck the other's dick and go back and forth. Like, just so many different things. It was, oh my God, I need that again.
Nice. So you said that was a trip to Budapest?
No, that was right in LA for my OnlyFans.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like for funsies.
Cheap. Well, it sounds like it was definitely a lot of funsies for everybody.
Oh yeah.
But you said you have gone to Europe. You said you did do a trip over to Prague or Budapest?
Yes, I was in Prague like 2 years ago, I think, for like 2 weeks of legal porno, double anal stuff.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun.
That is a city that, like, we've talked to people within the industry about, but even from, like, a personal standpoint, I'm like, that'd just be an awesome city to really experience. It was beautiful. Yeah.
I had such a great time there. And I walked so much. Like, that's my favorite part of going to Europe, is I get to walk, because LA is the least walkable city on the planet. We might as well be in Nebraska. No one walks anywhere. Like, everything's just far away.
Oh, really? Yeah. It's been a while since I've been out to LA. Like, a long time.
And that's the reason the traffic always sucks in LA, though.
And I was going to say, out there, everybody's jumping in cars. But yeah, when you're in Europe, people are out, they're on bikes, they're walking, it's a whole nother world.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in like a fairy tale whenever I go to Europe, and I'm just like bouncing around the city. I'm like, the food's so fresh, and the weather's so lovely, and I'm walking and getting exercise. Like, it's not the same here.
Well, being you just talked about that. So, travel. Is it something that you enjoy as far as seeing other countries, cities, different things? And is there one that stands out as the place that, boy, I could go here every year and enjoy this city, this country?
I don't really like to repeat places. There's just so much of the world that I haven't seen. I'm like I can enjoy a place, but I'm like, but I need to see more before I go back. Like, I want to be able to have seen everything I want to see.
Fair.
I'm trying to think. Like, there's so much I haven't seen, but I love traveling. Like, last December, I went from Los Angeles to Toronto. It was like a day and a half of like multiple flights there, just so I could see one concert. Then it was the day and a half of multiple flights right back.
Toronto is a fun city. Toronto is about a 4.5 hour drive for us.
Oh, okay.
Toronto is a fun, sexual positive, cool city.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get to explore too much, but it was like around Christmas time, so they had like a little Christmas village set up. But I did fuck Flesh Mechanic for our sites while I was there, so I got some sex.
we had the pleasure of meeting him in Exotica, New Jersey, about 2.5 weeks ago for the first time. He was always on our list to be able to meet, and we actually ran into him when he was at Kenzie Taylor's booth at the Loyal Fans booth. So, and she introduced us to him, and yeah, he seems like a great guy.
No, I had a great time.
Nice.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, I was only in Toronto for like less than 24 hours just for the concert, and I was like, hey, fuck me while I'm here.
There you go.
It was great. I wasn't wearing any makeup or anything. We just set up our phones and like shot in my hotel room, like a quick hotel hookup thing.
And from that standpoint, we've talked about that as well. The amateur, where the viewer feels like, boy, that could be me. Mm-hmm. Not the theatrics, the makeup, the backdrop, has really become a niche that has grown.
Yeah, I love it because I love feeling all hot when I get my makeup done, but I'm such a natural person. I'm like, if I don't have to wear makeup, I'm not wearing it. So on my sites, I recently released, right when I went off birth control recently, and it was my first scene where I didn't have my nails done because I was in the middle of moving, so my nails were all like natural and stubby. I was wearing a stitch of makeup because I couldn't find it because I had just moved to my new home. And I just got off birth control because I lost my birth control packets in my move. So it was like the most natural scene I've ever shot, and it was so fucking hot.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, there's so much to be said about that. Again, amateur in the bedroom or in the hotel room, just kind of hook up. Everyday person content.
Yeah.
That viewers really connect with. Yes, don't get me wrong. We love the theatrics, whether it be Adult Time or Wicked or something like that. That's great. But that, OnlyFans, amateur shot style is really growing.
Yeah, because it's more like intimate. It's like,
sure.
Hey, we're fucking. Like, we're not putting on a show. We're like, join us while we fuck.
Yeah, that's it. You're sitting in the corner watching. And hey, that could be me. I see that room. I know that. Like, boy. Interesting. That and that's, it's awesome and it's fun too. I would think that's exhilarating. And the feeling might change a little bit, kind of, as far as does it change your intensity or the feeling that you have in something like that compared to a full out, say, studio shoot?
It depends more on like who I'm shooting with. Okay. Just because there's some people where we'll shoot like a no makeup, casual fuck tape kind of thing, but they're a performer I don't know as well, or it might have been like my first time working with them, and it's just I'm straying away from that and mostly shooting with like people I know I have like amazing sex with, because it's those like raw sex tapes that are just like, oh, this is hot.
Well,
and that chemistry makes a difference.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of where I was going to go, because from our side of being swingers, there are people within the lifestyle that are like, all right, hey, how you doing? I don't need to know your name. Let's get naked and bang. Mm-hmm. From our standpoint, and I hate to say I'm a guy, but guess what? Attraction, I'm like, you look hot. All right, let's do it. Mrs. is very much more she needs to have that chemistry. But I understand that chemistry gives you a better chance of having a better time. Of having an orgasm. We've had conversations. Within the lifestyle, she's had very few orgasms in swaps.
With a man.
With a male. All of hers have been with females.
Love it.
Yeah. And she's like, okay, great. But
and some people are like, oh, it's, women, women know women's bodies.
Every woman's body's different.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
like,
and
I fucked a lot of women before and they did not know how to eat pussy.
Right. No, and that's what I was gonna say. People have said that, and it's like, not really the case.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I think that nerves and not quite being 100% comfortable with a guy, like it's always going to be different with somebody else than us
exactly.
together.
All right. Is this guy going to try to go to Pound Town and be dumb? Is he going to take his time? Is he going to hit the right spot? It definitely, you find those connections where it's like, all right, we freaking had fireworks last time.
Yeah.
I know this is going to be the freaking same, so let's do it again, and let's share it with people, because that connection, as a connection grows with performers, with anyone, it gets better.
No, definitely. Like I said before, before I got in the industry, I was with like 300 or 400 people, and I'd come maybe like with 5 people at most. Like, I wasn't coming at all. It was just doing it a way to pass time and be like, oh, how does this person fuck?
Yeah.
Then I got into porn, and I was able to like form a connection with sex instead of just looking at it as a way to pass time. I was like, oh, this is amazing, and now I come all the time.
Yeah. And you find different things. I mean, we've had, Mrs. has grown in her things. And
ooh, like what?
And, So,
what did you learn about yourself?
Oh.
Well, we've tried a few things.
Yeah.
We had I had an experience at a local lifestyle club. One of the members there is what's the right word? I'm struggling.
Oh, he's a shibari master.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. So I was tied and suspended.
Yeah. And going in, we did an episode on it, and going in, she was like, we'll see about the tie, but I'm not going to be suspended. And we essentially went in and had a conversation with him, and we interviewed him afterwards, and he was like, so what about suspension? And she went, yeah. I went, oh, what the fuck are we talking about? You said no. Okay. All right, whatever. I'm cool with this.
There were some conditions to this.
Yeah, don't spin me in circles.
Don't swing me.
Yeah.
Don't swing me. Don't spin me. Don't just, I have vertigo and motion issues.
Oh,
so any little bit of swing now.
Yep. And in the interview afterwards, the question was asked. He said, so you were tied and you were suspended. How was it? And what was your response?
It made me wet.
I was like,
you're like flying holes. It's so fun.
Even I came out of it. There were a couple of spots that were a little tight. Left some little
rope bite.
rope bites.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
I mean, the impact play world we've kind of played around in and got to. That was always a very hard no.
Mm-hmm.
And we've gotten into a little bit of impact play, and the reality is, like, from the flogger standpoint of impact play,
it lasts 5 minutes.
5 minutes if we're lucky, and she's like, frickin' lay me down and fuck me now. So it's kind of that, you develop those things that are like, wow, all right, we're learning, we're experiencing, and we're getting comfortable. So
That's
let's
so important.
continue to do it.
And I've tried at least one thing that can say that I'm okay with not doing it again.
Oh yeah, we did test electroplay.
Oh, yeah, the zaps are definitely,
It was the Violet Wand, and
Well,
we
not
were in an
me.
Exotica.
Me.
Yeah, and
You didn't experience that one, too.
yeah, she did. We were at an Exotica convention, and we know some of the people in the dungeon very well. And she's like, all right, let's check, okay, let me give it a try. And she was just like, yeah, no, didn't do it. But at the same time, there was someone before her. This woman was like, she came 3 times
oh my God.
in a 10-minute session.
And was
Just from the zaps?
Yeah, and was
Yes.
laughing like it tickled.
Yeah,
And I'm like, okay, but, everybody's different.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I forgot what the Violet Wand is. I've had, like, cattle prods on me. Is it the same, or is it...
So the Violet Wand is just a single wand that has different attachments,
Oh.
different electro attachments.
Yeah, one of them was actually like a household.
It was a light
bulb.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a light bulb that literally ran, like back when you were a kid and you went to the science center and you touched that globe that made your hair
Yeah.
stand up. Well, this literally was like that, but it zapped you.
Oh my God, I want to put it in my butthole and light up my butthole.
And again, that is something, as you've kind of discussed, anal, Mrs. Standpoint, all right, there was prior to us, that was something that you tested?
No.
Okay. So as we've gotten, as we've kind of grown and moved, yes, there's some of that stimulation.
Mm-hmm.
It's not straight all way. Like, it needs to be what have you said?
What?
The right time, the right place, the right feel.
What, for like actual anal?
Yeah. For a wiener, not a finger.
No, it's definitely a mood.
Yeah.
A mood thing,
everybody's
or
Yeah.
how.
But stimulation and maybe a finger or something takes that over the edge.
Mm.
And literally that's within one, it's very short that bang, orgasm is there.
Ooh.
But it's also usually not just. It's usually that penetration and clitoral stimulation.
Yeah. Mrs. is all
That's
of
like a
the
winning
above.
combo, yeah.
Yeah, she's all of the above.
Love that.
Hey, that's what happens.
Yeah, it's so fun, like, learning new things that you didn't think you'd be into, or just all the different stuff. Like, before the industry, I had no idea I'd be into feet, and I judged people with foot fetishes. I'm like, it's a fucking foot, you weirdos. And now I'm like, I need all the feet in my mouth. Please give me the feet.
Oh, shit, I am a foot guy? Mrs. is just like, yeah, no. Okay, she's like, why are you around my feet? I'm like, oh, shit, I am freaking about feet. We were just at Exotica, and a performer's like, oh, my feet are hurting. I could really need a massage. I'm like, all right, bring them on. Let's go. And Mrs. is like, are you serious? and this friend of ours who's a performer, she's like, really? Mrs. is like, oh, he's a foot guy. I'm like, you know what? I will suck on toes and freaking get around feet. Hook me up. Yep, I am in.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, I never understood the appeal. Then all of a sudden, one day, I was like, "Oh my god, no! I love it!" Like,
it really is. And
I've
again,
masturbated looking at people's feet before. Like,
and that's the thing. Which is great because you've grown within the industry, finding that.
yeah,
You're able to cater to those people, that the viewers that have that fetish, the niche that, oh yes. And within the lifestyle from our side, we've both been the same way of saying, wow. This, we're finding different things. Everybody has something different that gets them off.
Yeah.
But you have to be open enough to say, all right, I'm willing to experiment and see what that might be.
Oh yeah, like there's so many different kinks and fetishes out there. It's so fun, like learning to explore yourself.
Yeah. Some people are against oral. They're not big on oral. I mean, how many times have you had the conversation and told people, look, you need to push him the hell away or he'll be there for an hour and a half with his face buried in you because he's about that.
I feel, yeah. I don't personally like people going down on me just because I'm like, I'd rather have my mouth on your genitals, and I hate 69ing.
And there is, so from my standpoint of that, I'm like, okay, I can 69. I'm about to 69 because guess what? Now I can eat you and I can rim you.
True. I just have ADHD. I'm like, I want to focus on one thing at a time.
So that's my take. I'm like, ooh, all right.
Buffet, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, one of those, Transformers. All right, yeah, let's go. Tongue, get moving.
Oh my god. Love that.
Well, so as you have kind of, grown, expanded, talking about, we've mentioned a few times about different conventions.
Mm-hmm.
So outside of AVN, you said you did that with ATMLA. Do you do any other conventions, any fan conventions? Is there someplace your fans can find you?
Oh yeah, I love them. I go to every. Well, it was X3. Now it's the.
Oh yeah, they changed the name of it.
Yeah, no, not XBN. Whatever they changed it to, that one.
Yeah.
The XBiz convention. I go to that one, and I go to AVN.
Okay.
I love meeting my fans. It's so much fun. Those are just the only ones I can really go to. But I love meeting them when I feature dance. Love meeting them for a little private dates. I love it all.
Nice. Well, and again, we haven't been able to get out to AVN. We haven't done XBiz. We do a lot of the exoticas. We do 3 of the 4 exoticas, and those are all East Coasts. And we get it. It definitely is a big commitment coming from the West Coast over to the East Coast. You have Chicago.
Not some of that, like.
And again, if you ever hit those, we do Chicago, New Jersey, and DC.
Yeah, I always wanted to go to all of them, but the reason I don't go is AVN and XBiz. I don't have to pay for my booth. Exotica, I have to pay for hotel and flight and like $500 a day for a booth. I'm like,
Sure.
I'm not making that money back. I'm not going to do that. That's not financially responsible on my part.
And we totally get that.
I'm like, if someone wanted to pay for a booth for me, I'd go. But
unless you're tied in with one of those large booth sponsors or something like that. No, we totally understand that. But yeah, so.
I hope to go one day. It seems fun because you can wear less clothes there. They're less strict, from what I've heard.
It definitely it's G-string and pastry,
pasties.
Pastry, Jesus.
Pastries. You're still thinking food.
Yeah.
Still thinking feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like AVN, you can't even. I got yelled at because I have pasties where one nipple says my Nicole Aria and one nipple has my QR code. And I was having people scan it, and AVN was like, "You're gonna get kicked out. Like, put those away."
Oh wow!
I'm like, yeah.
You're in Vegas. Come on. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What are we talking about?
Apparently not. You can't have like your titty meat showing. Like,
Man.
yeah. No titty meat, no booty cheek, really. Like, no G-strings.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. Need like a full back bottom.
Jeez.
It's nonsense. Because I'm like, I'm either naked or fully clothed, and I don't like any in between.
I was gonna say there's no in between. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, you either got clothes on or you don't.
Right? I'm like, booty shorts or a bikini. Like, this is nonsensical.
Oh wow.
I'm like, yeah, here's a DVD with my gaping asshole, but sure.
Oh.
So how much feature dancing have you done?
I've done, let's see. My first show was Sapphire Vegas, and then 2 days later I was Sapphire Times Square, and then I did Centerfolds in Sacramento for 4 days. I did Spearmint Rhino in Pittsburgh by you guys.
How'd we miss that?
I don't know. It was relatively recent.
Why? Well, because you had said earlier that you had listened to the Allison Ray interview. That's where Allison danced.
Yeah, we have the same agency.
Okay. Gosh.
Yeah.
So wait, how long?
Yeah, literally, the Spearmint Rhino is 20 minutes from our house.
Oh my god, I can't believe I missed you guys. It was so much fun.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
it
I
was-
remember seeing that, but I'm trying to remember when it would have been.
I have to pull up my calendar, but
Yeah, and I don't want to like bash or anything, but they had a long time where their social media and actually putting that stuff out there wasn't great. So I think we did miss quite a few, because there was another feature that we have met and we know, and somebody else was like, hey, we're going down to see her at the Rhino, and I went, oh really? She's in town this weekend?
oh,
So
yeah, I think I was there like late August or early September.
Oh man.
I think, and then I was in Sapphire 60 in New York, and that's all the shows I've done so far. I think. Yeah.
So, gotta ask, what led you to that? Had you ever had any thoughts, any vision of dancing at a club?
God no.
Okay.
I cannot dance for the life of me. I am not coordinated in that way. But I love being naked or as close as I'm allowed in front of people, like in person. I love meeting fans. I was like, yes, I get to travel and meet fans in like different areas I don't usually go to. Of course.
So is it fair to say your show is more floor and less pole?
I'll like spin around the pole and like do. I know very limited pole stuff. I know how to go upside down on the pole, but I haven't done that at a show yet because I don't know how to gracefully come down. I just get stuck there.
That's fair.
But yeah, I can do like the little spinny spins around where I like slide to the ground. I don't know. I'm trying to like remember what I do. I just have so much fun with it. I'm like, yeah, like coming up with little costumes, and my last show was country themed. It was like EDM remixes of country songs. I had like a cowboy hat, and like fuzzy, and it was so fun.
Nice.
But even Allison Ray said that to us after her shows, because she, in the interview, she had said she didn't do a lot on the pole, and then during the shows she did. And she was like, I just get out there and I have fun with it and I perform and I like don't even really hate,
Yeah, exactly. She's like, I don't realize. I was like, you were on a pole a lot. She's like, oh, I didn't realize that. You're right. I have
That's
fun.
amazing.
I just go with the flow and do kind of whatever. You play to the crowd.
Yeah, like I didn't have like a routine or anything. I just go out there and whoever's out there, just try to interact with them.
Yeah, and you go out and you have fun.
Oh yeah,
That's
there's a smile on my face while I'm dancing. I'm like, I know I'm supposed to be sexy, but I'm having such a like blast.
But a smile is sexy and welcoming because
because you can tell that way that you're enjoying what you're doing.
That's it. Exactly. It's the enjoyment. The people sitting around a stage or watching, they're enjoying it. But you enjoying it and having a natural smile on your face and that look makes it more enjoyable.
Good, yeah, because like I said, with the whole tism, I can't control my face. I'm like, I'm happy. I have a giant fucking smile. I'm like, I could be trying to be sultry, but it's not going to work.
Yeah, and we've gone to clubs and seen dancers, and you're like, yeah, like they got this flat look, and like they're just out there because they need to be, but they may not necessarily be enjoying this time out there right now. And I'm like, and I think Mrs. is the more. She's just like, yeah, I want to support them, but yeah, they're not having fun and they're not working it. Like, come on, have fun, enjoy it. And then we enjoy it, and you're going to get tipped better.
Yeah, like with all aspects of this industry, I always go on Reddit and see what my fans are saying about my scenes, because I'm like, I want to see like what people are saying. And whenever I have a double anal scene come out, there's so many fans that are like, what the hell? She is smiling with 2 dicks in her ass. Look at that giant smile. I'm like, there's no time that I'm happier.
Hey, it's again, like we said, you find what makes you feel good and have a good time. Essentially, the industry has opened you up to find what that is.
Exactly. Like, I remember the first time I shot a double anal scene, I was like, I don't know how it's gonna go. It was my first airtight as well, so it was like 3 guys in it.
Oh wow! Yep.
And I wasn't nervous, but I was like, I wonder how it's gonna be to have a second dick in my butt. And it slid right in. My asshole just gobbled that thing up. It was fantastic.
and again, that is, it's different for everybody. There was a point that essentially, I think Mrs. tried double vag, and she was just like, yeah, nope, doesn't work. I'm too tiny. It's not a thing. She's petite,
double vag is definitely harder. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, nope, doesn't work. And even from the anal standpoint, I think from over our years, she's always said, she's like, yeah, no, I am the only one that's going there. Yes, in the right mood, maybe somebody else can get a thumb in the bum. But we've not gotten. But that's her take.
It's all about what you want and what you're comfortable with and what turns you on. Like, yeah.
So when you're not shooting and feature dancing, what do you like to do to relax and take care of your own mental wellness?
I volunteer 2 days a week at an animal rescue, and I'm working on getting a 3rd day of the week where I can volunteer at a local food bank. But I just like to volunteer in my free time.
Nice.
So
helping others.
How many of the animals do you want to bring home with you?
All of them. It's not just cats and dogs, it's like all types of animals, and it's amazing. It's my happy place.
And that definitely is mental relaxation. We talk about your mental state and how to take care of mental, because that is such a huge thing within the industry, within life in general, that people are afraid to talk about. And
there's people that make porn their whole lives, and it's like, no, you need a break.
Sure. Yep, you need to get away. You need to, and I hate to say come back to the normal everyday world, but you need to come back to, outside of that.
Yeah.
The porn world is great. It's a family. As we've said, it's a dysfunctional family, but all families are dysfunctional. But you need to get away from that. And animals, Yes, we have just over a year-old puppy. Listeners know that.
We were talking about pets before.
Yeah.
Before we started recording.
And I was always the one that was like, look, we're too busy. No, no, no. Last year, I got hit by Mrs. and our son, and I'm like, it's your call. And now I come home every night after working, and that puppy is at the door, and he expects to be outside. Let's go. We're chasing a ball. We're playing around. Like, that mental just relax and unwind of an animal is a different world.
Oh yeah, like I have my 2 cats and they're my children. I am so I was never a cat person. I'm a big dog person through and through, but I bottle fed them and they're my kids, so.
Yeah. Yeah. And prior to him, we have a 60-gallon aquarium. I'm like, they're fish.
Cool.
They're there. Those are the pets. When they die, I flush them down the toilet, and they're done. Here we go. It's easy. It's simple. It's
emotionally attached to a mammal is.
It is. It really is a whole different world. So to be able to volunteer and be there, interacting.
Yeah, just being. Yeah, I mean, I always loved volunteering in my free time, but before I was self-employed, it's hard to afford time to take off to be able to volunteer.
Sure, yeah.
So that's one of my favorite parts of being in this industry and being self-employed is I choose when, like, hey, I'm not working this day. I'm taking this time off to volunteer, to help the community, to do whatever. And yeah.
Awesome.
It's amazing.
Nice. So, you got so much going on. Like,
That's what I like to say. Like, my brand pretty much is like anal whore, or like, yeah, anal whore next door. Like, I'm very like, I love a fist in my ass, but also like, let's go hiking. I don't like.
But you have found it from this conversation. You found the balance that makes you whole.
Exactly.
And that is, so many people kind of struggle to find that. And what is that? With only essentially being in the industry just over 3 years, you've been able to find that, which is great. You're creating great content. You're continuing to grow. You have yourself together. It's just a great story overall.
Thanks.
It really is.
That's part of why I didn't want to wait to get into the industry until I like graduated college, had a few years of experience. Like I was 24 when I got in. I was like, I want to have my head on right because I wanted to do this my entire life, so I don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah, and essentially you're jumping in, as you said, your brand, which is your business. You're an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And building your brand and your own business and being very successful at it. So, this really has been a great conversation. We have sat here for a long time and just chatted. We don't want to take up too much more of your time. So before we go, could you let everyone once again know where they can find you online and on social media?
Yes, I am at the Nicole Aria on all the platforms. Find me at thenicolearia.com. Just Google the Nicole Aria. You will find my butthole and many other parts of me.
All right. Awesome. And again, look at these top studios. As we said, Evil Angels, Brazzers, Vixen. That says it all when you talk those name companies that you have worked with, and we're sure there's going to be many more coming. Watch for award nominations coming up. We're sure your name's going to be there. We wish you the best in your career and everything you do. It's been a true pleasure talking to you this evening.
Thank you so much again for having me on. It's been awesome. Yeah, I did not realize the time went by so fast.
Yeah. Again, thank you, and have a great rest of your evening.
Thanks, you as well.
Thanks. All right. Well, thank you again for joining in this week in the tub. Always a fun time. Great conversation. Learn some things. And, well, give you something else to think about, to look at, to search.
Yep.
Don't forget to follow us on our social medias. Berg Couple for Fun on Twitter and Instagram. The Bergs on Facebook and Reddit. OnlyFans.
Yeah.
What's the OnlyFans? There's two of them.
There are.
Did you? Yeah, I remember that one. There's two of them. So there is ours. Is Berg Couple for Fun, but then,
Yes.
Mrs. has her own.
That's right.
Oh, and that is
Mrs. Berg.
all right. So you can catch us there as well. You can hit us up on email, thebergs@inourtub.com.
Right.
Our website is inourtub.com.
Catch us on Free Swap or
Full.
full Free Swap, Full Swap Radio.
I mean,
See, you asked me if I remember my
Free
lines.
for all swap. I mean, hey.
On
more the
Full Swap
merrier.
Radio.
Yes. Monday at 9 and Fridays at 1. And hey, keep an eye out on those social medias that's where our travel plans and the upcoming where we gonna be is gonna be. So, with that, remember to pay for your porn. Support all the wonderful, beautiful content creators and performers that we have on this show, that we know within the industry. Take care of yourself, mental health. Do what makes you keep ticking and being yourself. Remember to wrap it before you tap it. Lick it before you stick it. And until next time.
We'll keep the lights on and the tub warm for you.